Last but not least, let's talk about the for each loop. The for each loop is sometimes also called the enhanced for loop. And they're a type of control flow statement in Java that allows a program to iterate over the elements in a collection or array. They are very similar to the for loops, but they are more concise and easier to read, as they do not require the programmer to specify the loop control logic, such as the initial value, the loop condition, the iteration step. Here's an example of a for each loop that prints the elements in an array of strings. In this example, the for each loop will iterate over the name array and print each element to the console. The loop variable name is declared before the colon symbol and is automatically assigned to each element in the array in turn. The loop will execute once for each element in the array, and the code inside the loops block will be executed using the current value of name in this situation. Please mind that we could have named name anything. X would also have worked, but I choose name because that makes more sense. What I always do to myself that kind of helps reading for each loop is, for every string X in names, or for every string name in names, go do the following. I use for each loops a lot, and they're a very, very powerful and useful tool for iterating over the collections or arrays, and doing so in quite a nice and readable way. They are especially interesting when you're not interested in the index of an element, but only in the element itself, since you will not have access to the index as I just showed you in the previous example. In the next video, we're going to have a look at some practical examples with the for each loop. Alright, let's have a look at some examples of the for each loop. Let's start with the basic example. I'm having an array of numbers here. And I'm going to start with a very easy example. I'm just going to iterate over the numbers here. So I'm going to say for every int number in my array of numbers, and what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to be printing the number for now. So if I run this, it's going to print every number that is in my numbers array, as you can see. Alright, but let's do something more interesting, something I also would not need the index for, so perhaps I would want the sum. I would initialize my sum to 0, and in here I would just do sum plus equals the current number that I'm iterating over, and afterwards I'll print the sum is, followed by the sum. Alright, let's run this again. And as you can see right now, it sums up the numbers leading to the sum of 45. And this can be done in a very, very easy, nice manner with the for each loop. Clearly, this could also have been done with the for loop, but it would have been a bit more work.